In this video I'll talk about the game Pandemic Iberia and an approach for collecting and presenting information during the game. And I see this as a useful strategy for playing it better. Part of the idea of it came from watching a movie of the Battle of Britain, and in that they had a large room with a large map table and a whole lot of operators moving pieces around to indicate the place of squadrons. And also on the walls of the room there were the readiness of the squadrons. And so the idea was that decision makers would have all this information presented to them clearly to help make better decisions. And so applying this idea to Pandemic Iberia, the idea is to present lay out as much information as you can to help make the decisions. So, for example, lay out the infection discard pile so that you can see the name of every city. Lay out the player discard pile so that you can see the name of every city, and also sort the cards into colours there. In the game that I played, I had 6 Epidemic cards being used, and so I kept those decks of cards that they were shuffled into separate, piled them on at different angles. And that provides me information on when the next Epidemic card will appear. So in Pandemic Iberia, there's shuffling whenever an epidemic occurs, and each time the shuffling happens, I've labelled the cities with markers, and so I've got the different colours there indicating red was the first shuffling, and so on with the other colours. And I keep the shuffled deck separate from the rest of the infected deck, and also mark it with labels so I know what cards are likely to come up. Are these techniques permitted by the rules? And I think it could be argued either way, but essentially I think these ideas are okay, that they're achieving what can be done by counting cards or looking through piles and keeping notes. These techniques are an easier way to collect and present the information. This first photo was taken near the start of the game, and I've laid out the shuffled deck on the right hand side of the table there, and there's a red indicator, and if you look on the board you might be able to see that there's just red indicators at this stage of the game at the beginning. This photo is at the end of a game. It's a 4-pawn game which was won successfully with the 6 Epidemic cards. You can see the 5 colours of Lego markers that were used to indicate the different shufflings of the deck. The shuffled cards, and using the indicators so that I've got an idea of which cards are coming up next. So I hope this has been helpful, and thanks for watching.